Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Profit. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all drip ecosystem related projects. And today it's the ecosystem as a whole, as well as an update from Forex regarding Triple D. So first and foremost, we are going to talk about the recent FUD allegations against Binance and see how you should respond. Like, what should you do about it? And the best way to find that out is to actually see how the CEO of this company is responding. And then we're going to look at these allegations, as well as, after we finish that, dive into an update from Forex, and then again see how you should respond from that update based on what the drip price price action is doing. So first, let's get into this announcement from Binance. So it came out about 12 hours ago now, for me, about 16, I guess, and we knew it was coming. So that's the main thing. Like, this isn't new. Binance has constantly been in the scope of the SEC, and the SEC has constantly been trying to utilize regulation by enforcement. They've been literally brought to trial and asked to give black and white, is one token a security or not? And then Gary Gensler just deflects, and he's been raked over the coals about his inability to regulate. Some people in the political upper echelons are lobbying for him to be fired. He's just the best word would be, I guess, to call him dishonest. That'd be the nicest way. And we all know that, you know, these people in power are going to always try to find ways to keep that power. So this lawsuit has long been coming, and the TLDR is that it's not going to affect Binance.com and the Binance Smart Chain. Now, it will have some volatility, as it's always had whenever this stuff comes out. So U.S. regulator accuses Binance of running an illegal exchange. Through 13 charges, we allege that Zhao and Binance entities engaged in extensive web of deception, conflicts of interest, lack of disclosure, and calculated evasions of the law, said SEC Gary Gensler in a statement Monday. And look at how he's utilizing this. So literally on his Twitter, he comes out here and has that same quote there, and then in big red, like, you know, warning, and in quotes. And this is supposedly a quote that they uncovered in, I forgot what social media. I don't know if they're using Slack or if it was Signal or what, but we've seen this happen with FTX and some other stuff, that supposedly these are messages being sent from people within the organization. And the chief compliance officer said, "We are operating as an effing unlicensed security exchange in the US, bro." That was in 2018. So they supposedly have all of this condemning evidence that they're bringing a lawsuit together. So now the question is, what is CZ's stance? Well, glad you asked. So CZ has stated here, that's not his actual quote, but in here somewhere, he said that they are committed to fighting the SEC, says it's ready to fight, basically committing to fighting the SEC and the full extent of the law. So legal action comes after previously regulatory measures were taken against the company by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. CZ's exchange has released a statement. So remember, there's Binance.us, and that's who they're going after. And there's Binance.com. Binance.us has already cleaned up their act and books multiple times due to these enforcement allegations from the CFTC as well as the SEC. So this is nothing new. Binance.us is completely separate from Binance.com. But the point of this article, or what CZ is saying, is that they are committed to fighting against this. Now, what's also very telling is that the same thing is going to be happening potentially to Coinbase, which is why Coinbase is moving offshore, basically. So you have Coinbase, which is the largest US centralized exchange. And because of the lack of transparency that the SEC is doing and the regulation by enforcement. So basically the way this works, if you're not familiar, the SEC can basically just file a Wells notice that says we're going to potentially sue you. Then they can bring you to court and sue you. And then because they're saying you're a security, they don't actually have to give a definition of a security. It becomes, the burden of proof becomes on the defendant. So in this case, on Binance, on this case, Coinbase. So all the SEC has to do with their unlimited resources because they're being funded by taxpayers is just say you're a security, and then now it's up to you to defend yourself. So it's an easy quote unquote win for the SEC because a lot of these exchanges don't have any money. So the SEC and just the political judicial system period can just wring you out and draw this case out and just keep costing you more and more money. Look at what's happening with Ripple. But the people that have the means to fight it will eventually win over because it goes to court and it's no longer just the he said, she said. You present the argument, and luckily the people that are residing over this case have a little more common sense than Gary Gensler. So, and what we have with the library case, I don't have that up already. It was already decided under oath and written into the statements that they took on the library case that just because a token can be a security at the sale or launch does not make every transaction after that a security. So that's a big thing to remember. So let's just say even if Binance was quote unquote selling securities in 2018, 2019, whatever, once the token is now launched, all the SEC can reclaim in lawsuits is from that listing or selling of the token. But once it's now free trade market, it's no longer a security. Like, so the actions on the secondary market, according to the library case, means it's not a security at that stage. So this is all just, as CZ would say, just FUD, right? Ignore the FUD. But that FUD has caused a 30% drop in price, which we have seen literally time and time again. Whenever the SEC gets in here and tries to do this, we just see the bottom fall out of BNB, but then it bounces back up. So ironically, we're down at the 270 mark because of this news. But CZ, here's what I said. So what should you do? Well, you should look at what CZ is doing. So first and foremost, CZ pointed out, wonder if Gary Gensler ever reads the comments under his post from the consumers he is supposed to protect. So when you come to Gary Gensler's post, you find some very funny responses. There was some pictures with Gary as, you know, the clown face and his FTX scandal. Yeah, here we go. So that's a pretty good meme. That's really, really well done with Gary's face. I think that's Bozo the Clown from like the 80s. The Rat of Wall Street. Wow, that one's nice. That's got to be done in AI. Well done. So anyway, that is how at least the Twitter space. That's a new one. How the Twitter space is responding to that. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at CZ's response to all of this. Right. So up here, he has June 1st, Hong Kong government approves trading the following tokens: Sand, ADA, Matic, Sol, AX, Atom, DOT, Uni, blah, 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 blah. Right. June 5th, the SEC sues Sand, ADA, Matic, Sol, all these other companies. Right. So if you're not familiar, Hong Kong has just opened up its doors for crypto, and CZ is pushing to have Binance listed there as well. So all these moves being made globally. Remember, the world is not just the US. Yes, they are have a with the global reserve currency, as well as a large amount of capital coming from or going into crypto coming from the US. But at the end of the day, the collective nations outside the US are all moving towards some form of crypto adoption. Even China now loosening its laws, at least within Hong Kong. You see other countries have embraced Bitcoin as the standard, finding more favorable laws in the UK for crypto. So one way or another, the US is either going to get on board or get left behind. They're going to have no choice. Last up from CZ, the same day the SEC sues CZ, Thorchain integrates BNB. Now people can get BNB in a decentralized, trustless, permissionless, and censorship resistant way. So as he said, always number 4, ignore the FUD and fake news. So SEC suing Binance, no big deal in the short term of things. Now, ironically, let's take a look at one message from Forex on unrelated to Binance, but it's news for today. And I know a lot of you may not be in Telegram, so you may not even be aware of this. So I'm going to share this with you. So we have this message here. Says, came from Charlie Brown, 45 Forex. So he was in one of the chats. I don't know which one, but somebody asked him about Triple D and he said it will be launched as soon as possible. We are making some slight changes to make the referral system, stronger, and doing final touches which we wanted to do over the weekend, but we were working on the troubleshooting the site. The change we are making to the referral system requires referrers to buy tickets in order to claim the tickets they have earned from referrals. This prevents someone from shilling a bunch at launch and then benefiting in the future without continuing to contributing to the system in the future. In turn, this incentivizes them to continue to promote as well. So essentially, the way it will work is every free ticket you earn through a referral requires the purchase of a ticket in order to unlock it. So if you've earned 5 free tickets from referrals, you have 24 hours to purchase 5 tickets, and then you unlock the 5 tickets earned through your referrals. If you've earned 5 tickets from the referrals, but you only want to purchase 1 ticket, you would get the 1 ticket you purchased plus 1 free out of the 5 you earned from the referrals. This will make the system way stronger. This is not something which will take a lot of time, but it's important we implement it and test it before we start the countdown. We are crunching to get it done, and it isn't too much work, but we will not start the countdown until it is 100% done. So once the countdown is started, there's 0 risk of delay. We are just putting the finishing touches on this thing, guys, so get ready. So I'll let you decide what that how you feel about that, and then I want to show you I'm not even going to break this down, but in short, I think it's a good idea. Whether or not it's should be implemented now or later or whatever, that's up to you to decide. But the idea of making sure that content creators or shillers can't just dump tickets, I think that's great. I showed you guys the bad actors in the space, and having a way to not promote those bad actors and kind of tightening up the referral system, I think that is really smart. And yeah, well done. So I salute that. Now the question is, how should you feel about it? And for me personally, I always take a look at this. So not that. Which one is it? Is this one? Which one is the one with the drip price? Here we go. So for me, I look at it as we're off to the races. We bounced out of that the sub 30 level, like 28, 29 cents, and now we're at 34. So sounds to me that the community is getting ready for this. Now, I don't know, probably a lot of them are still holding the liquid drip. I'm sure the drip supply has gone up, the liquid drip in wallets, 10.5 million. What are we sitting at now? Yeah. So a lot of people are just holding it. We're up to almost 11 million, but buying drip is still bullish for the ecosystem. And one way or another, we have to shake out those liquid, those holders. So remember, here we were back here at, nope, let's go back further, because this is still June 5th. Yeah, so we got all the way down to 29 cents, and now we're at 33, 34. So I'm happy with that. So I know it's coming sooner rather than later. All right, that's all I got. Hope that provides value. And if it did, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See you. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.